Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got something done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was gonna say I am getting up in their names. I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people. Life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's.
Fellas, you guys have taken it to a whole new extreme with this Drizzle Drizzle movement. You know, I was at a point where I was actually disappointed in guys, and not for the Drizzle Drizzle. I want to make that very, very clear. I was disappointed in guys because they were always like head over heels for like the most basic women. And that to me was just very disappointing. I'm like, fellas, have some standards, have some class. Understand that you are a prize, probably not the prize, right? Because you're not being chased, you're not being shown off, you're not the one who everyone is clamoring for, but you are a prize, and you are also to be won, just like any other prize. And guys never really got that message. I know guys who absolutely switch up on their friends, on their family over a woman. And that to me is just absolutely insane. And, you know, I got to a point where I just gave up. I just knew that I was going to get all the women because they love a guy who's confident. They love a guy who's not always thinking about them, a guy who leaves them alone. I mean, I got so many women just off the strength of not caring. Being nonchalant. A girl will tell me she don't like a nonchalant guy, and those girls who always say that, they're absolutely right. They don't, because they'll ghost me, and that's not very many, but they'll ghost me because I'm nonchalant, and I'm not going to change not being nonchalant. It's not an act. So like if you say, oh, I don't like nonchalant guys, and you decide to ghost me, then you might as well do it, because guess what? I'm not about to change for you, like, and they know that. So it's good that they go ahead and go their separate way. But yeah, I mean, fellas was on the stream, like they'll do anything. And now they're taking it to a whole new extreme with the red pill movement and everything else. They're finally starting to grow some backbone, but the way they grew that backbone, they grew it all the way out. You see, because women are also going from one extreme to another. You go from I'm the independent woman, I don't need no man. You could have just said, I'm an independent woman, but you had to put in, I don't need no man. But now all of a sudden, after being so independent, the soft girl ever is back. Make it make sense to me, people. Make it make sense to me, because I am like bamboozled. I am absolutely bamboozled. I am so confused. I am just like fascinated at the switch up. Now, there's a little piece of me who is like, okay, all those girls who weren't really talking crazy because they didn't want to be the independent woman who didn't need no man. All those girls who weren't really acting that way or talking like that, they are finally able to come out and say, this is the soft girl era, and that makes sense. But I can probably tell you that 90% of the independent women don't need no man are a part of the now soft girl era, because they don't really want that work. They don't really want that struggle for real. And now they finally got an excuse to where they can go ahead and say that. And honestly, I don't think that they're going to find it any easier. Just because you now put those affirmations out that, oh, you want to be a soft girl, doesn't mean you can be. Like, you've been so ready to shut people down, talking about you don't need them, and all of a sudden you think you can just change to someone who is appreciative of a man's contributions to society. I don't believe that you can just switch up like that. It's either you are something or you're not. And so when a guy takes it to another extreme as well, like, I feel like they'll fall into place when they find a girl who can really like get them excited for real. they'll fall into place when one girl gets them a little excited. But right now they're in a place where, hey, I need you to pay for the date. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I don't even care. I'm okay. Drizzle drizzle. I'm like, what? Well, first off, if you're texting girls drizzle drizzle, something is wrong with you. But it's funny. It is absolutely funny. So if you're one of those guys who's just doing it to get a laugh, kudos to you. This is the world that we live in, where people are playing with other people, and it is absolutely hilarious. Is it right? No. I'm thinking about the cute, soft girl who doesn't really deserve it, who's getting involved in that mess. But you know what it is. It is what it is. There are plenty of people who do deserve the drizzle drizzle, but not everybody, obviously. And it's just so funny. Like, guys, you take it from one extreme. And the funniest thing about it is that the girls who want some top tier guys, those top tier guys are going to be the one who are nonchalant, not caring. And even though they can afford to date, even though they can afford to do whatever, they're now going to be the ones saying drizzle drizzle. Because I can honestly, I can see myself doing something like that. Is it lame? Yeah. It's absolutely lame. Will the women hate it? Yeah. They would absolutely hate it. And you know why? Because like nobody wants to be paying for stuff, especially if you're a woman. Like you expect some type of princess treatment up front. And I get it. I completely understand, ladies. I absolutely understand. But I also understand as a man with multiple options, like I can do that. I can say drizzle drizzle. If you want to come out with me, you better drizzle drizzle so that I can sprinkle sprinkle. This is absolutely insane. It is absolutely funny. But I just find it so funny. Like we can't find a middle ground. We can't find a balance. And I was so grateful for those who came out and said, you know what? Men need women and women need men. It was as simple as that. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with that. But, you know, we're at a point where there's always going to be some divide. There's always going to be people at odds. There's always going to be people who don't see eye to eye. And this is the single culture that was created. And within that culture, there are going to be people who find each other, create a life, and live happily ever after. And there are going to be people who just continue to play games. And those people playing games with the drizzle, drizzle, sprinkle, sprinkle, if a girl really likes you, they'll take you out on the first date. They'll see where it goes. And if you really like her, you'll stop that nonsense and you'll take it seriously. But that shows some adversity, ladies. And it also shows some adversity on the guys as well, to have to deal with that type of nonsense before you can really actually get to know somebody. You got to get past the games. You got to get past the walls, the barriers, the hurt, the pain, the trauma that people are still dealing with and not really trying to fix, before you can actually have a real legit conversation and actually start to enjoy each other's company. So with that being said, we got to find some middle ground. Where is the middle ground? I mean, you got to swift through all that dirt and nonsense. And I kind of feel for the ladies on this one. I'm not some guy who normally would just say, yo, I got to rock with the ladies. But on this one, I kind of feel for the ladies on this one, because this is nonsense, fellas. This is absolute nonsense. But you know what? It's going to put some money in y'all pockets. It's going to save y'all from going out there and embarrassing yourselves. I personally don't like when a lady pays for the date, because everybody's watching. I always feel like everybody's watching. And yeah, it's just a turn on for me when I'm sitting down and the lady's paying for it. And you know, ladies will tell me ahead of time, hey, I got you this time. Hey, I'm gonna pay this time. But it's just like, man, I still want to pull out my card because I just don't like it. It feels embarrassing watching a girl pay for my stuff. So I don't know. It's just different for me. And I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh, I'm so chivalrous and all that stuff. I just don't like it. I don't like watching a woman pay for my food. It is what it is. And for all of you who are going to be in the comments talking about, oh, food is not food is expensive. You got to pay for your food. Oh, you'll be broke, blah, 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 blah. Never in life will I be broke. And never will food be so expensive to where I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish she paid today. But I hope that this Drizzle Drizzle movement allows everybody to get a little bit closer to one another and a little bit more understanding of what everybody actually brings to the table. I hope this gives an understanding to the ladies that listen. Guys aren't just there to provide for you for no reason. You must give them something of substance back in return. This is not a one-way street where you absolutely do nothing and you get payment in terms of love, care, attention, and provision. Like, no, this is not how that works. And so, you must be nurturing, caring, supportive, and sometimes supportive in financial matters as well. This is 2024. This is the world that we live in. And so, these are the things that are essentially requirements from both parties, that they need to conduct themselves in a manner of which they can literally support one another and not be leeches. And I'm tired of seeing so many damn leeches. And that's on both sides, by the way. I'm starting to see it more on both sides now that I'm in a relationship, because I can see what some of these ladies been having to deal with. I just thought that it was the ladies, but now I'm seeing there's a couple of men out here too. So, listen, get it together on both sides, my people. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.